How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review a new movie. This time it is a comedy directed by John Francis Daley and Jonathan M. Goldstein, of course. John Francis Daley is from Bones and also from Freaks and Geeks, man. He's also the new co-writer for the Spider-Man Marvel movie, so I definitely can't wait to see his pizzazz he writes for the jokes. But of course, this is a new movie. Came out actually today. It releases today. Saw it yesterday, and it's a comedy. Stars Ed Helms. Small part Leslie Mann and Chris Hemsworth. It's in the trailers. No spoilers there. And also Christina Applegate, man. So Ed Helms, Christina Applegate, and two young boy actors I do not know the names of, but we'll get into it in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my non-spoiler review for Vacation. Remember that? National Lampoon's Vacation with Chevy Chase. This ain't the same movie, my friends. This is the modernized version. It's a sequel, sort of a reboot. Not actually a reboot, but it's in the universe. Ed Helms, and without spoiling anything, Ed Helms is the son, Rusty, or Russell, whatever one you want to call him. Rusty. He's the son of Clark Griswold. Chevy Chase, and the son, like 30 years later, Rusty, Ed Helms. Grew up to be Ed Helms. That's pretty sad. Could have grew up to be Chris Hemsworth, but no, you grew up to be Ed Helms. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, guys. Real quick, what did I expect going into this movie before I went in? Let me tell you the crowd report. A lot of people were at the showing. It was 7 o'clock on the Tuesday night. It was the first showing ever for our city, and a lot of people were there, and there were a lot of laughs, a lot of young teenagers, and let me tell you, it was fun. It was a fun experience overall. What I expected from this movie is I was hoping that hopefully it would be good. You know, Cops Out, not that good. Get Hard, I really was looking forward to it. Wasn't that good. Comedies aren't that good that day. Like, it's hard to have that one good comedy, man. Like, where it's like, that wasn't bad. But usually they're bad. They're watchable, but they're bad. You know, it's one of those comedies. I'm saying one of those comedies they just make them crap now. So what I thought for Vacation, I was like, hopefully it's a good summer comedy movie, and hopefully it'll keep me entertained. And it did keep me entertained, guys. Let me get to my pros first. I want to tell you guys the cameos. I'm not going to tell you the cameos of people, but I want to tell you there are a lot of cameos in here. Some work, some do not, but the ones that work definitely, they do work, I guess I should say. So the cameos definitely keep you up to par, I guess, like Who's Next and everything. It's not like Entourage where every second you're going to see a cameo, but there are a few cameos that are noteworthy to talk about. It's funny. This movie is funny. It does make you chuckle, but it has that stupid, like, poop jokes and puke jokes. I mean, it basically has those type of jokes, and it's more raunchy. National Lampoon's Vacation was always raunchy, but it wasn't as raunchy as modernized, like, twerking booties and everything. It's kind of like, whoa, that wasn't back then, man. What's going on here? You little modernized it a little bit. You kind of made it more wild. It's saying Van Wilder, man. But still, it's funny overall. A lot of parts made me laugh. Now, not much as Ted 2 and everything. Like, I laughed, like, but there are a few parts that made me really laugh, and then there were parts that made me chuckle. But that's, you know, because it's a comedy and everything, but it did work. I think John Francis Daley's jokes worked, but they did get repetitive at the time where you kind of just got really, like, they're telling the same jokes over and over. They need to do something new there. The two sons that were in here, Ed Helms and Christina Applegate's kids in this movie, they're good. I really do enjoy them. I do enjoy the chemistry that they had of how they hated each other, and the brother, the big brother, and the small brother, and I don't know. I just like the way that they, what they did. I like that. Again, it can be repetitive to some people, but this one I actually enjoyed. I think the two sons definitely, I think you'll enjoy them. They'll get annoying at times, but they definitely do have some of the best great lines in here that make you laugh, and it's stupid. It's so stupid that it's funny, and it makes you smile. And the way that the big brother smiles, he's a guy, I don't know, I don't even remember if he has braces, but I don't think he has braces, but it's one of those. Chris Hemsworth and Charlie Day, of course, they were in the trailer, but let me tell you, they are the best parts of this movie. Chris Hemsworth definitely will keep you laughing and keep you smiling the whole time, and you're like, why can't I stop smiling? And Charlie Day, when he comes out, you're kind of like, ugh, here we go. And then by the end of it, you're like, why? What did I just watch? literally the way Charlie Day and Chris Hemsworth, they don't have big roles in it. So I'm just saying, like, if you're like, oh, Charlie Day's in here, I'm gonna go watch it. He's only in there for maybe 4 minutes at most, and Chris Hemsworth may be in it for like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, basically. It might like 7 minutes, but they don't have huge roles, but they definitely have an impact on the film, for sure. I love the locations we go because it's a road trip movie also, so I don't even remember where we start, but we go to Missouri and Louisiana, I believe. We go through Texas, we go to Mexico, so we go to a lot of locations. Some look like they were fake set pieces, and some look like they were actually real. So I definitely do enjoy that. We went somewhere. I didn't know we were going to go to all these locations because it's been a long time since I've seen Vacation. They could have taken a plane, but they drove, of course. They're driving, but that's a lot of gas and money to put through. Let me just tell you that much. I don't know how they do it, but still, the whole locations we go to are very fun, and some of them are actually entertaining. And hey, they went to Texas. I live in Texas, so alright. Alright. Christina Applegate, man, she's the best part of this movie. I love her character. Debbie Do Anything. I'll just tease you there, but I think she was pretty good in here. Ed Helms, he's alright, I could tell you the whole time I saw this movie, I never saw him as Stu. Never. Not once. I was never like, that Stu. Like, that's not in my mind anymore. I don't think about him as Stu from The Hangover or from his character from The Office. I don't watch The Office, but I know he was in there. I didn't think of him as that, like, oh, that's the guy. I saw him as whatever his name was, Griswold. I totally forgot his name. I saw him as that guy. Let me check his name. I don't want to be dumb here. Russell. Why did I forget the name? Russ Griswold. See, he's not that memorable, but Chevy Chase is memorable. But Rust, he was good. I mean, Ed Helms was good, but it wasn't great as Christina Applegate. I think she's the one that really stole the show sometimes. The way her character is. I mean, they're not very well written, but because I'll get to my cons on that, but still, if you're a big Christina Applegate fan, man, she really does do a lot of things in this movie that make you laugh, and it's awesome. A lot of nostalgia in this movie also, if you've seen the original National Lampoon Vacation, and the music in there, and Holiday Road and everything, the din 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 din, the piano thing, there's a bunch of nostalgia there, of course, so that is very fun as well. The car that they have a car that they drive with, like, it's like a foreign car or something. I'm not going to even go into it, but let me just tell you, the car that they drove with, it's pretty freaking cool. It's really cool. I do enjoy that car a lot. And the GPS. So now to the cons. The story itself gets boring quick. Like, the story gets annoying after a while because it's an hour and 30 minutes, but to be honest, it's a long movie. It feels long. It's an hour. I think it's about an hour and 30 minutes at most, maybe an hour and 40, but it's long. It feels like it's a 3-hour movie because the way that they do it, the way that I like the locations that they go, but it's like they stop over and over and over again. And you just want them to get to Wally World. You just want them to get to the destination, and they stop all the time. If you're driving and you want to get to a destination, you're not going to stop every story you see, like, oh, look, a Valero, stop there, drive, oh, look, it's a Bell's, go in there, oh, look, it's a mall. And it's like, how about you drive at least for 4 hours straight instead of stopping every 5 minutes? Because literally the story does get repetitive and it gets boring and slow, and it literally kills itself before it reaches its destination. I heard a lot of people say that, like, I was there and I was sitting there and I was kind of thinking to myself, this story's dying. It's killing itself. I mean, it literally burns out of gas before it reaches the destination, guys. That's how the story is after a while. And yeah, it's funny, it makes you laugh, but still, the story itself didn't work for me one bit. I think still, it could have been way better. The cameo, there's one cameo in here that makes no sense. It's just a shock value. And when I saw it, I was like, what? And then it made no sense whatsoever. Maybe the actor just wanted to be in the movie, make a few bucks, but still, why? If you see the movie, the cameo, you'll know why. It's so random. You're like, why? Why is this even, why? So, the relationship between Ed Helms and Christina Applegate, I didn't feel it. why is he married to this girl? Why is she married to him? They don't look like they're a great couple. They don't, because they have problems in the movie. You'll see, but it's. I don't feel it with them. How did they ever fall in love with? They don't look like they go together one bit. I'm just saying, like, the relationship and the relationship with the family. It's just, they don't look like they're a happy family at all. Like, they don't look like they mix well together, for one thing, the actors. But of course they did. You know, they had a fun time on set and everything. I saw the behind the scenes footage, but just saying itself, the relationships with them. There's another pilot in this movie. I'm not going to get into names. I don't even know the guy's name himself, but there is another pilot in here that Russ dislikes. And his role in the movie was boring. I didn't care for it. It was annoying. It was definitely stupid. Even at the end of the movie, very stupid with that other pilot. They never get in trouble, the Griswolds. No police. You never get to see no police or anything. They never have a scratch or anything. Have to go to the hospital. A lot of things that happen in here, I'm pretty sure you go to the hospital for what you just went through. So yeah, that's going on. It felt long. The Chevy Chase, he's not in here for that long. I just want to get that out of there now. He's only in here for less than 5 minutes, less than 4 minutes. He's not in there for long. You would think he'd be in there just a little bit longer, and the whole movie you're waiting for Chevy Chase to come out, have a little cameo, and when he does, it's awesome what he does and what he says. It's really cool, you know. I mean, that's Chevy Chase there, but it's boring. They could have done it better with him. Also, there's a lot of fake Photoshop pictures in here, and I'm talking about the cast of like that, and it's so photoshopped and fake, and oh, it's so annoying. You're like, that's so fake. It's so fake, and it's so bad, and you're like, why? They couldn't have like flew to the location and took a photo. It would have been way easier. But that's basically it, guys. What I'm going to give for Vacation is a rating of a C+. It's an okay movie. It's a 7.70 out of a 10. It's okay. Is it worth watching? Yes, but on rental. You could wait for rental or the $5 bin at Walmart. It literally, you don't have to see it now or anything unless your relationship's dying. Well, then you could end it at the Vacation movie because it's not something worth seeing in the theaters. I paid $8.50 for it, and that wasn't worth it, guys. So don't go see this movie in theaters, but definitely I recommend to see it one day. Just not on theaters. Just maybe a $1 movie or a DVD rental. But for sure, if I ever own this, it'll be the $5 bin, for sure. It's funny, yes, it makes you chuckle. It's entertaining at times, but it just gets repetitive. The story gets boring, and by the end of it, you're kind of like, I think I'd rather go see the Chevy Chase versions of Vacation, the original National Lampoon Vacations. That Vegas one, though. So, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. C+ for this. My next upcoming review will be Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Thanks again for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what did you think about Vacation, if you've seen it, or if you're going to see it now, or whether I just saved you $8, baby. Thanks so much for watching. Spock be with you always.